Welcome everyone. How's it going? How is it going? 5 minutes early here, but couldn't hold back. I finished my meeting early and I was like, I'm hopping right in. Let me know if my audio is coming in okay. I'm just gonna tag everyone in Discord saying I'm live. By the way, if you want to join Discord, check the pinned comment. Hey Tyler, thank you. Yeah, shoot loud and clear. Awesome, perfect. I'm just gonna share this link with everyone on Discord now. Alrighty. Sounds good. Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Sanju already here. What a day. What a day. So 3% up. It feels like one of those days. Aaron, how's it going? It feels like one of those days where we continually run for the rest of the day, right? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to sit here for the whole day, but I'm going to try to. All right. Okay. I'm live. Sorry. I changed my video quality back down to 1080. Sorry about that. I was at 1440, but apparently my internet sucks too much to actually be on there. James, you said you wouldn't be able to sit all day. Do you think you could have sat longer? Well, I hope so. Let's see. We're at 622 at the moment. You skip this. Alrighty. So hopefully my stream is a little bit faster now. Okay, so 622 at the moment. We talked about this yesterday with, I guess yesterday was consolidation day, but if you looked at the price action towards the end of yesterday, barring macro, it really seemed like there was that, it wasn't huge. It was about a $6 move in the stock towards the end of the day. But it really seemed like that was a good sign for the day. Now we're only up 3% on the day so far. And we talked about levels, right? We talked about levels yesterday. In terms of levels, we're close to our next one, right? Our next one might be around 6. This gap right here that we see right over here between 625 to 635 is kind of that gap. So we'll see how we fare up from there. Okay, perfect. Hey, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from in the comments below. I know I'm going live a little bit earlier than I normally would. I don't have the juju with me today. I just finished a cup of coffee. Studio seeing really low res. Anyone else? Studio, hit refresh. Try hitting refresh. I just changed it to high, to HD. Tuning in from Mars, Kenny, David. Can you say more? Good morning, Anna. Mohammed, UK, Middle East, Finland. Man, I am not going to be able to pronounce that city name, but Finland. Earlier than yesterday. Nice. Bay Area, Dubai, West Virginia. That song about West Virginia, right? Virginia, I'm not going to sing. Edmonton, San Francisco, Danbury, UK. Nice. Thought I saw a T-Mex logo in here somewhere. Illinois. Alex Jones says, how can you not Alex Jones, sorry, slander. Alex John says, how can you drink coffee and eat oranges? That combination is a strange. That's why I got oranges, no oranges today, is because I am just finished my big cup of coffee, so I'm gonna wait probably about an hour before I get my first juju in for the day. Illinois, Maryland, hit that like, appreciate that, Kenny. The capital pickup trucks, Calgary. Calgary, nice. Anywhere in Alberta is the capital pickup trucks, I guess. Let's see here. 622 on the stock. Let's change this back to the 1 minute. Here, Virginia, may need to close my 630 covered calls for Friday deal. Yeah, perhaps. Depends what you sold them for. You could always roll them, right? You don't have to cover and then just sit on your hands. You could roll them up to 650s. If we talk about levels for a second, we talk about resistance. There's probably a decent amount of resistance past the 640s. So even if we get past there, probably it takes a while for us to break through and out. But knowing Tesla, who knows, right? We have Juju here in Orange County, says David. Nice. Boston. Howard says he's a Canadian living in Dubai. Very cool. Jealous of the weather in Dubai for sure. Versus I'm in Vancouver, so you guys already know it's overcast, cloudy, probably gonna rain today. Just the classic May 26th. Paco from South Africa, Johannesburg. Nice, very nice. By the way, I got some news here. I got so my Flow Algo 3-month payment ended, and I have converted for trial on Cheddar Flow. I'm open to suggestions on other platforms. It looks like a new call sweep just came in fresh. That little tune alert that you heard was a 630 call sweep for 227,000 on Tesla. Someone bought 334 at $6.81. So knowing that, let's see if that reflects into the price action at all, moving into the stock price. Let's see here. Leaps look like they also woke up a little bit today. My Leap that wasn't up very much today actually is up a decent amount, about 15%. I'm talking about 2023 position. So that sweep came in. Let me try to go long on this sweep. 227,000, is that big enough a sweep to want to go long on? Screw it, let's go long. Okay, hold on one sec. Order. No, I'm gonna miss my order. Hold on. Main. See if I can scalp this thing. Okay, I got filled. Talking like 3 minutes. Okay. Alrighty. I'm on main tractor brokers. That's what's happening over here. Can you comment on FSD subscription? How long do you think it'll take for analysts to adapt their models for this revenue? Sangeet says. So, good question. So, if you don't know, FSD subscription, Elon tweeted again last night saying that potentially speaking, FSD subscription should be out in 3 weeks. I want to believe him. I want to believe him, but like we've been hearing this pushed out for a while. I'm kind of at that point where I'll believe it when I see it. It's gonna be this quarter. It has to be this quarter, pretty much, barring some sort of internal dispute or whatever. One piece of confidence I do have is potentially that Andre Karpathy actually, not potentially, he actually did retweet Elon's tweet suggesting that. So there's that aspect going for it. But in terms of how long it'll take analysts, remember, analysts aren't going to be able to model in FSD subscription until they know the pricing. And as it stands right now, we don't have a clue what the pricing would be. There was some leaks yesterday regarding $199 or $99 if you don't want highway drive or city driving, et cetera, et cetera. So potentially there's something there. But I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. Probably at the end of June. Probably $100-something a month is my guess on it. So we shall see. But I would say probably not until July will we see updated. Remember, analysts are slow, right? Analysts are just really slow. A new put sweep just came in for Tesla. $199,000 worth of premium paid for 620 puts, which is at the money. So keep that in mind. There's some infighting going on around the 620-ish area. Is it an orange eating day? Too many fills. It's always an orange eating day. Unfortunately, I just had my big cup of coffee during my my coaching call this morning, so I'm gonna hold off on the juju for a little bit. But you bet your bottom dollar it's an orange eating day. Absolutely. Any day that we're green is, you can argue. RX Alex, like, subscribe, and join Patreon. Best option spot on YouTube, like getting into Tesla and IPO. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate the kind words. Yes, if you want to join Patreon, patreon.com/hit that bid. I think we have a couple of, I'm not sure how many spots, but I think we have 4, I want to say. I'd have to double check. 4-ish spots left on our $5 per month membership. FS subscription coming in 2 weeks. I think 3 weeks, right? It's a week out. A week out, then it's June 15th. June 15th, bottom line. Capitulation, CNBS is talking value to tech rotation. Yes, everyone's coming back into tech. We've been saying this for a while, right? Is when people are done with their value boomer stuff, they're going to realize that tech's the only place that you can really be in. So we'll see. Institutional money is flooding in. Bye. Nada. Institutional money will take down value stocks and pump growth, says Harry. Kramer has been saying all morning on CNBS to buy Tesla. Really interesting. Okay. What are those green globs on the chart, says Alex? These are the Ichimoku Clouds. They signal price momentum and general support and demand. You know what? I started using them 7 years ago. I started putting them on my charts. I use them intermittently, but in terms of kind of just the way to look at it is their general support and resistance cloud. So the bigger the cloud, green, the bigger the floor. Like you can see when we're running here, the cloud, there's a really big green cloud. I just have her. If I had to be honest, I kind of have it for sentimental reasons. This is like my OG classic chart that I used to use. Can Tesla profit from the Boring Company, or does Boring Company keep all the money? Yeah, Boring Company is a separate entity altogether. Although, hey, if you believe in Company X theory, there is a theory to be made here that Company X is going to conglomerate everything. This will be the 5th minute candle to test 619. On the downside? Okay, yeah, perhaps. Makes sense. Welcome, Jordan. Yeah, hit the subscribe. Hit the like. Apparently helps with the algorithm. If you don't want to do anything else, if you hit the like and subscribe, thank you. Much appreciated. Morning, Yashu. Hey, Mike. Kramer says Tesla's a buy. Finally a big green day. Growth tech holding strong. Tech's turning around, folks. Tech's turning around. Give it towards the end of the month still, though. I'm telling you right now. And the Qs are up 42 basis points on the day. The Qs are up 42 basis points on the day, which is good, solid. But just give it towards the end of the month. I know we're running here on the Qs. Just wait for a little bit of consolidation here. And then I think all-time highs again on the Qs. Remember, people are a little bit gun shy, pay taxes. You know, in May they go away. They love spreading that FUD. So just keep that in mind a little bit. Don't feel like you have to chase here, unless you're long-term, hodling shares, which is a different story altogether. For that, dollar costing average is probably the only way to go and to get a good cost basis on your shares. So keep that in mind. Thanks for subscribing, Brian. Tesla price target for end of day, says Brian. Well, I'll tell you what. If we can hold over 620, that'll be nice. I'm not saying that's our high for the day, or we've hit our high for today or for the day, but it's gonna be tough to hit 630 without some major volume coming in. Let's see. Volume is 18 million on the day so far. It's 9:45 in the morning. Things can change fast. I'm gonna say my good juju Yashu is gonna say price target for end of the day is 630. How about that? Tyler says 694.20. Absolutely. What? So Silent saying Tesla shares get turned into Company X shares. What is that about Company X? People are asking. So Company X is a theory proposition laid out to Elon from Dave Lee on investing. He on Twitter, just Google Company X Elon Musk. You'll find the tweet thread where Dave Lee talks about, hey Elon, why don't you conglomerate all of your companies all together? Boring, Starlink, Neuralink, Tesla, etc., all your future projects into this one company. Call it Company X. You already have X.com. And then that way people can consolidate investing in you into this one company. Elon replied to that Twitter thread saying, sounds like a good idea. That's it. That's all that we heard of it. So there are rumors going back and forth. Hey, if this actually, and Tyler says he also owns the trademark. If that's the case, right? And we can talk about pros and cons. There's definitely cons to it, I guess, if you're an old school investor on that particular asset, right? Company X. But that's what I was saying was, someone asked a question about Boring Company, and I'm saying that's separate for now, but if it's Company X, then it'll perhaps be together. What's up, Rich? What's up, Waka? What's the end of year price target? So if rotation goes back into growth, and remember, we're probably not going to grow to the same degree the Qs, the techs, the Nasdaqs, the same degree that we did 2020. But if money flows back into the Qs, into tech, I think seeing close to all-time highs and passing it at some point this year is in the cards. I think where we end on December 31st is hard to predict because seasonality, you don't know if we've already passed highs, what happened. But at some point this year, I think passing all-time highs is perhaps in the cards. Appreciate the super chat, HLim. One small step for man, one giant leap for Tesla. No pun intended, huh? On that leap joke. I like it. Speaking of small steps, my leaps are taking some small steps, some baby steps forward. Retesting the 620 bottom section here. Let's see on the 5 minute. Let's see here. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if we retest 618 down here on, what is this? The base level, whatever moving average we have on the 5 minute, which is a little bit less. Warren Redlick has mentioned that he believes almost opposite. That robotaxis will eventually get so big it breaks as a separate company from Tesla. I'd have to hear his logic more on that. I'm just thinking, right? Robotaxis are fundamental. Transportation is fundamental to the Tesla business. I'm just curious as to why they would break out. And would they be public? Would they be private? Why would they be private? Those are the questions that I would have to that. I'm sure he has a video on it that I'm missing. But, I mean, okay. You guys know my position on Robotaxi. If you don't, I'll say it right now. My Robotaxi position is Tesla is going to win the Robotaxi race, no doubt about it. But everyone has, in my opinion, their timing a little bit too bullish. And not because of Tesla's engineering prowess or that they don't have prowess. It's because of governmental approval and bureaucracy. I continue to believe the FUD, the governments, the lawmakers, other than maybe a few hotspots, like I know Miami is pretty forward thinking with a lot of this stuff. Obviously, San Fran is. I went to San Fran last year or 2 years ago and saw Google, Waymo, whatever it was, self-driving cars out there testing. So other than a few hotspots, getting widespread government approval for robotaxis is going to take a hell of a lot longer than people think. I know Tesla can show data about safety. I think consumer perception is going to be a part of it. FUD and people fighting against that is also going to be a part of it. So, there's some things here that I think are important to highlight as risks for robotaxis in the short term. Long term, no big deal. Long term, it is what it is. If someone has the technology, it's going to win. It's like refrigerators. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but actually in university, one of our profs told us about how icebox industry was huge. If you don't know, now you know. The icebox industry, having an icebox in your yard where you'd keep all your meats, all your cheeses, all your whatever your stuff that goes bad. When refrigerators came out, I forget what country it was in South America, but they actually banned refrigerators in the name of keeping the box industry afloat, kind of like what's happening with the ice industry right now. And it was a government funded thing where the icebox industry was funding the government pockets, but the icebox industry was also huge in terms of job creation for these companies or for these nations. They pushed and pushed and pushed against refrigerators becoming part of those, a big part of those economies. And all that ended up doing was lagging them in technological growth. So I think there's going to be a degree to that. I don't think it's going to be an outright banning of robotaxis. In fact, I think they actually passed some laws that should make it a little bit easier. But I think adoption is going to it's not going to be in the next 12 months. If you think robotaxis are going to come to mass approval and mass use in the next 12 months, I don't think so yet, but eventually, yes. The icebox industry, yeah, no pun intended. Actually, that's funny. Totally. That's actually yeah, I didn't surprised I didn't even catch that pun. Yeah, a lot of people aren't even accounting for robo taxis absolutely in their analysis. Yeah. Tyler says shocking how cheap 2023 leaps are. Yeah, we went through it yesterday. It's everything's relative. I get that. But yeah, totally. Totally. Michael, Yash, I'm up 70% on my 15K June 18th calls, baby. Nice, Michael. I remember you talking about that yesterday. Nice job. Great job holding. Good day for you. Are you selling? What's your plan? Taking some off the table? Alex says I come here for the history lessons. I am the worst person to come here for history lessons, but I appreciate that. The Tesla FUD is just beginning. It'll intensify as ICE manufacturers become more and more desperate to protect their soon obsolete products. Absolutely, Michael. Absolutely. You're still holding? Well, I mean, okay. Again, none of this is financial advice, but we're gonna use Michael and his great win as a lesson here. Okay, if you can take some profit off the table, and this may age well. This may age like milk if we continue to skyrocket to new highs today. But if you can always take a percentage of your contracts off the table to at least cover your cost basis plus a guaranteed return, right? If you put in 1,000, you've sold enough contracts to cover 1,500 or 2,000. I talked about this in my option rolling video. Check that out. If you can sell for 2,000, you've guaranteed 100% return on investment, and you can let the rest of your contracts ride. That's a way I look at pop days on Tesla or pop days on stuff that's happening. It looks like we're back down in terms of price action here on Tesla. Only a couple of dollars though, right at the end of the day. As I say that, we continue to go down. But let's see if we can break the downturn. Again, it is close to lunch hour is ending here in the next little bit on Wall Street. The $7 pizza subs at Subway are sold out. My intel in Manhattan tells me. Joe says, do you think it's a good time to sell some far out of the money calls? I want to sell one covered call at 725. Okay, so if we look at the options chain, it depends what week. Next week, if you sell 725s, try to pull this up here. 725s for next week are selling for $1, right? You get $100. Not a lot of premium there. If you want to sell closer, I mean, for 650s are selling for 770 for next week. But 650s is only $30 away. So, and the delta on these are, I gotta adjust my columns again here, folks. All this stuff here, open interest, I don't give a shit about. Delta is 650 delta is 26. That's a bit high. You go down to 2021 delta, those are 660s. You can actually collect $5.50 on them. Okay. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, you could potentially do that. Do we have room to grow today, though? I think we do, probably. On the 5-minute, we have finally retested and actually broken below this, what Webull labels as a base. Pardon me. No, this is one of my moving averages that I have up. It's on my it's part of my Ichimoku Clouds. So let's see if we hold this and we break up to 620 again. Let's see. Buy on the Model S post-event dip. FSD subscription a few weeks after. Not a bad idea. There's no premium for covered calls as a rule. Yeah, IV percentile is low, right? It's still, this morning when I checked, it was 1. It's just, right? And that's partly to do with the VIX, right? If I'm going to add in VIX as one of my stocks on my watch list. VIX at 18. Like, folks, 18 VIX is nothing, right? We need to see VIX climb back up. Pretty sure market makers, Alan says, will work the stock back down to closer to 600 by Friday. Definitely possible. I mean, that's kind of been their MO, right, for the last little bit. Implied volatility isn't that high though, so I mean, let's see. That's what I talked about yesterday. Is we had a good run the other day, but implied volatility didn't go up, which kind of signaled we might have a runner day. And yeah, I mean, 2.3% isn't a massive day, but you know, considering the days that we've been having, this is what we define as a runner day now. Studio, we'll have to try a DCF on value of Cybertruck order book. Oh, absolutely, 100%. The Cybertruck, I made a video yesterday on it. It's going to be game changing. The Cybertruck, I'm super excited about it. Thanks for the super chat.
Look into Neblio NEBL. It's a smart contract, low cap gem who partnered with Chainlink.
Okay. Well, Neblio, never heard of that, to be honest. I just bought some Matic last night. Thanks for the super chat, Murray. Chainlink, good old Chainlink. So it looks like we're finding some downward pressure here on Tesla. I'm going to check the order flows. Another put split came in, not a put sweep. So there's that. Yeah, and the money. IV being low is a benefit to our long position, isn't it? Our long options will increase in value as... Exactly, Jason. Yep. Exactly. But what I was alluding to kind of was... A lot of us have been holding positions with IV very high. So now that it's very low, it's kind of like holding the bag on them, right? But yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're getting into options, into leaps now, any massive inflation of IV is going to get that back up. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. 618.50 on Tesla. The Qs again are up 40 basis points here. The SPYs are up. The spiders are up 30 basis points, up to 4,000 or 400 almost $20 at the moment. Square is having another strong day. In fact, it looks like it's actually skyrocketing right now on the 1 minute. The Qs are just chopping around. Remember, it's lunchtime. These Wall Street people are busy with their pizza subs. They should be coming back any minute now with their Subway cookies, which their macadamia nut cookies are pretty good. You definitely want to get the microwave, though. It's a pro tip right there. Definitely get your macadamia nut cookie microwaved. Jason says, I don't use Webull. But is it easy for you to pull up one of your leaps and look at IV history over the last 45 days? So this is Webull. The price history is easy to pull up. The IV, remember, IV is at a stock level, right? It's not really. I mean, you can look at implied volatility, maybe, but you want to look at implied volatility rank, which lives at a stock level. In terms of looking up prices of options, yes, you just click on one of these and it should change it in the graph, in the chart for you to that price, right? So if I pull up, looks like we're retesting 620 here. If I pull up March 2023, 1,700 strike calls, click on that there, you'll see that we have jumped from about $3,100, thanks for subscribing, up to $3,600 on this particular call option. Implied volatility, I'm telling you, the best platform for that is Interactive Brokers. You can map out implied volatility really easily on those platforms. And in fact, that's what I used to use on this channel earlier, and might have some tutorials on it on my older videos. But implied so Trader Workstation is the platform, I should say. Alex says Square is doing good. Yep, absolutely it is. I miss Subway cookies. Okay, we just got a 650 call sweep on Tesla, folks. 650 call sweep for a measly $37,000. So never mind, false alarm. Let's see. I mean, definitely, I'll take the buy signal though. I want to exit this position as close to pretty soon as possible. I don't want to keep holding this weekly position that I'm in for shits and giggles. I got in right over here, which is absolutely the worst timing because right after that call flow, I'm not sure if you guys can see, right after that call flow that we looked at together, I was like, oh, this is a pretty decent sized call flow. Quite literally 3 minutes later, 2 put sweeps came in, or 2 put positions came in right away. So, there was that. So any pop here, I'll probably just liquidate out on a break even or whatever. I don't care. Thanks for subscribing, Brandon. So it's a good day. I mean, end of day. If we can see a 630 retest, looks like we're climbing back up here. If we can see a 630 retest, I'd be quite happy on this position. 630 on Tesla today, and even if it hit 630 and hit a brick wall, I think it'd be nice to hit 630 on that. What other stocks are you holding? I am holding, I think, Bingo, Palantir. I've liquidated a lot of my positions. Tesla, of course. I'm trying to think what else do I have. I liquidated everything out into cash because I'm ready to go back into tech as soon as Nancy calls me in. Nancy Pelosi. I just need her to buy another Tesla Leap, and I'm in. I have 3 Tesla positions in Untitled Brokers, so nothing but Tesla, really, Palantir, and some Bingo. I wonder if I've sold my Bingo. Welcome to Patreon, Maca Juno. Thanks for subscribing. Hopefully you pop up. There you are, Maca Juno. Thanks for subscribing. Patreon gets you access into our Discord. Okay, so it looks like 620 retest here. Paco, please change the zombie to Elon. I have, and I'll even prove it to you. I keep saying that I have, and I sound like an idiot, right? But I don't know why. If someone has Streamlabs experience, other than me here, let me know. But I've changed the goddamn thing, and it doesn't work. It tests like it's gonna work. This is what should be popping up, and this is for Wacko for joining. Okay, test the pledge. That's what should be popping up right there. When I hit test, that came up. So I don't know. There's something there that I need to fix. Amazon. All right, we're skyrocketing here. Hold on, we gotta figure out what to do with my position here. I'll hold it for now. Okay, Amazon. I'll add that into my watch list in the money. This is an ongoing collaborative watch list that I'm adding in here. Amazon is up 1% on the day. Amazon needs to split, folks. Amazon needs to split, right? It's like Snooki and Vinny from the Jersey Shore. Like, everyone knew they had to split, right? Like, it wasn't gonna work. What a reference. They have to split. Clear cash. Okay. Streamlabs is an app, so I wonder if that would do anything though. But okay, I'll take that advice. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Not financial advice. I like your name. Thanks for the super chat. There we go. Covered calls, we're often told to find the 30 delta. Can you explain the math, the good sources behind why that math works so well? So for covered calls, you want to look at one standard deviation away. And this is tasty trade methodology. This is hey, thanks for joining Patreon. Diamond Hands Dan. Diamond Hands Dan. That's a great name. Oh, that's one of my favorite names. I like the alliteration. Okay. The reason, so check out Tasty Trades. 45 days to expiration. One standard deviation is about 17 delta away. And the math behind that is 45 days buys you more consistent data decay, number one. Second of all, one standard deviation away actually has shown in studies that they've done on Tasty Trade that more often than not, one standard deviation away does not expire in the money the majority of the time. And so you end up with a higher P&L. But if you find 30s working for you, go for it. The methodology there is really behind ETFs and stuff like the Qs and SPY. So if you're finding individual investment, like Tesla covered calls are especially working well at 30, go for it. But the standard way to kind of look at covered calls or call spreads is one standard deviation away at 45 days. Mike, Snook and Vinny, what are you doing to me, bro? So what standard deviation is? Okay, so Tyler is asking what standard, touching on standard deviation. So if you look at the normal distribution of a graph, right? Let me just pull that up here. Let me pull that up. Standard deviation. So if you look at a graph, and I don't want to get too sciencey or too mathy as to not pretend like I actually know what I'm talking about half the time. But let's pull this up into this Chrome. If you look at standard deviation, right? In economics, in statistics, in econometrics, anything like that, we have one standard deviation, which is, so our mean is in the middle. Thanks for subscribing. Our mean is in the middle, right? That's, when you talk about mean reversion, these are probabilities right here. Standard deviation means when you add up 34.1% on both sides, you get to 68.2, which means this chunk right in the middle is a move within one standard deviation of a stock price. If you look at option tail risk, and if you look at option risk, and if I pull up the options chain here, one standard deviation on options is if you go to your delta and you find delta at, there's another sweep, I'm going to check it out. One standard deviation is 17 delta away. So if you check out 17 delta on the call side, 17 delta on the put side, and you look at that price range, that is what the market is pricing in as what's called one standard deviation move, right? Odds are that the stock is not going to move past those deviation points, right? Because that's just how mean reversion works. So when we talk about selling, you want to sell at a point where you're comfortable that the stock is not going to surpass your covered call or your call spread that you're selling. So check out Tasty Trade. They've done a lot of good studies on this. Does that change for 30 days? It might. They only talk about 45 days to expiration. So there's that. But yes, it probably changes for 30 days. The problem they probably have with 30 days is that 30 days is that extra 15 days buys you, number one, more theta decay. But 30 days, they would argue, is probably not enough time to be right. They like 45 days and managing it based on that and not touching it until 20 days. So letting it ride for 25 days no matter what. So it looks like 620 retest here on Tesla. We're seeing some call sweeps come in. So let's check those out here. Okay, so we saw another 655 call sweep here on Tesla for 68K, and just one now coming in hot off the press, 117,000 put sweep position for 615 puts for this week. So if I can filter, I'm using this for the first time. So if we filter for expires within this week, okay, and let's say, and the premium paid is greater than 100,000. That's pretty cool. We can see it's pretty bullish flow sentiment for those filters. I like this. I like cheddar flow actually. It's not bad. So someone just paid 117,000 for 615 out of the money Tesla puts. I mean, barely out of the money, pretty much at the money. What you're looking for here are the massive far out the money sweeps, right? If someone came in with 700 strike sweeps of calls, or someone came in with 6 or 580 puts, that's what we're looking for. We'll check out Twitter to see how whatever else is coming along. Tesla has achieved pure vision. Let's see here. Tesla has achieved pure vision. We get it. So yeah, pure vision news came out. We talked about this yesterday. Tesla's ditching radar altogether. One thing I gotta understand about vision more is that so if you're driving on autopilot, sometimes what can happen, and I know this is with radar, is Tesla can send signals out to cars past the first car ahead of me. And it can actually, and I've seen emergency auto braking apply in a lot of cases here, where Tesla would, I'm driving, my Tesla will actually stop when the second or third car ahead of me abruptly stops and I don't even see it. And it'll actually brake and I'll go, wait, what's happening? And then I'll notice the car in front of me is actually slow to react. And I gotta think that's a radar-based solution, and that's because it's sending a radar past that. And I'm wondering with vision if that's something that'll still happen or not. So yeah, I'm not sure. Facebook calls for next week, guys, are long on Facebook. In the money, what you can do from your dashboard, go to API settings, then hit widget alerts and reset them. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Thanks, In the Money. I'm going to do that right now as I share my Webull. You guys are saying Facebook. Damn, there goes Tesla. Let's see here. There goes Tesla 621. Let's see a break of 623 and let's get the juju going. Let's get the juju going. Let's see here. I'm gonna check out what In the Money said here. API settings and widget alerts. Okay, let's check this out. Account. API settings. Widget settings. Reset. Oh, I just reset it to my old settings though. I'll check it out after. I'm gonna have to find a way to do it. Facebook calls for, you guys are bullish on Facebook here. What's happening with Facebook? Facebook 328 on the day, up, what is it? Up 30 basis points. You guys are long on Facebook. How's Facebook's daily look? So this is what I look at, right? I look at daily first. It gives me a macro level of really what's to come. Facebook needs to break. If Facebook can break 331.81, if it can break all-time highs here, good price to discovery to happen past that. Interesting. Okay, interesting. I'll keep an eye on it. Back to our true love, Tesla. By the way, Bitcoin's sitting at 38,220. Here, okay, here's the thing with Bitcoin. I'm gonna talk about crypto for a hot second. Okay, I'll try that In the Money. Here's the thing with crypto and Bitcoin. The way that price action is lending to itself to right now is lending to, and it's, you know, don't mind this too much, it's exaggerated, but we're flirting with that 40,000 and we're not passing it. The way it's lending to itself right now, if we can't break 40K and hold past above 40K in the next little bit here, watch us retest, likely, and my guess is us retesting the low 30s again within the next day or two. Whenever something is tired, and I know bulls have reclaimed up from 330 or 30,000 on Bitcoin, it just seems like it's a little bit tired and exhausted to hit that 40K mark. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we can pass 40K and hold past it. But if it gets fatigued here, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a flash crash or if it's a quick crash back down to the low 30s where I might pick some more up. So we'll see. Reset. Okay, I reset it. Now I'm gonna have to readjust all my Elon stuff here. Yash, did you see, Too Many Fellas says, did you see the Gordon Johnson, He Who Shall Not Be Named interview where he almost got me to say his name, where he was saying Ford now has the battery advantage over Tesla? Oh my God, I did. That is just, like, it really, he's probably laughing as he's saying that, right? Like, he's probably laughing as he says, there's no way he's not laughing as he says that. He's probably like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that on national TV. But he says it. I mean, it's obvious, allegedly, that he has some connections. The problem, here's the thing, making one of something is fine, right? We talk about making one of something. Let's talk about, frick, what's that? This shows you how little I QuantumScape. Jesus Christ, I had a brain fart. QuantumScape. Talk about making one of something. Let's talk about QuantumScape, right? Making something at mass scale, making something and procuring supplies at mass scale and putting them in, different story altogether. Alan says he has literally only 2 employees based on his filing. Well, listen, the company name is GLJ Research. It doesn't take a genius to figure out who it's named after. So I'm changing everything to Elon now, by the way. Hopefully this fixes everything. Default. There we go. Donations. Open text to speech. I'm gonna enable text to speech, but you guys can't say anything, any whack stuff on the super chat text. Okay, like the person shilling the crypto. There we go. Subscribers. Let's change subscribers. to Elon as well. All right, so 620.70 on Tesla. It's just flirting here. It seems like we're probably gonna need some sort of push here, some sort of power hour. You're gonna hit the like Paco says. You gotta hit the like for it to go back up. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see here. YouTube membership too. I'm gonna change it to Elon's logo, and there we go. Alrighty. And yes, I'm going to change the Patreon membership too. By the way, if you're listening to this and you don't have a Webull account, consider getting a Webull account. Consider getting a Webull account with my link. I'll paste it here. If you deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks worth up to, I think, 1,600 at the moment. And thank you, Griffin. Hey, Griffin's the first Elon man that worked. Thanks, In the Money. You got it working for us. Thanks, Griffin, for the super chat. There we go. So if you get, like I said, if you sign, hey, In the Money, thank you, 549 euro. That very well might convert into exactly 620, which is Tesla right now. So, like I said, if you let's see here. There's my links. I dropped it in the chat. If you get Ford stock for free, apologies, not my fault. If you get a Tesla share, I saw someone actually in one of the comments. Thank you. I saw actually one of the comments. I'm going to change the subscriber to not Elon. I'm going to change the subscriber to something else funny. Just so only people that super chat or join on Patreon get the Elon. I'm going to change the subscriber to Doge. How about that? I'll find a little Doge here. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. Yes, if you don't have a Webull account, consider getting one. Deposit $100. You can, to my knowledge, you can literally deposit, get your free stocks, and head out. No big deal. If you, thanks Marco, 620, the Juju emoji. If you join BlockFi, man, you guys are getting me rattled. If you guys join BlockFi as well, you guys should get up to $250 worth of Bitcoin, depending on how much you deposit. Finish plug, end of plug, check out the links. Thank you. Okay, Doge, yes. Doge should work now. If someone subscribes, it should work out. There's the Doge. Okay, so subscribe for the Doge, super chat, or join Patreon for the Elon Juju. Okay, with that out the way, you guys are hilarious. Thanks for fixing that for me, In the Money. Appreciate that. The Juju must flow. Absolutely. Sean, the super chat, you posted 615. What should FSD? Where did you read that? Thanks for the super chat. I saw it on Twitter. I'll show you right here. If you go to Elon's tweets, and I'll show you on Chrome. Elon tweeted last night. Let's hit tweets and replies. Elon said right here. Did he delete that? Hold on. No, it should be on this one right here. Let's see. Pure Vision Autopilot is now rolling out in North America. So that's right now. There will be an update of its production in 2 weeks. And then FSD beta a week later. So in 3 weeks, we should get FSD beta. And he says FSD subscription will be enabled around that same time. So that's where I got it from the man himself. Let's see how that goes. It looks like on that Twitter news, that old news, we are jumping up to 622 on Tesla. Let's see. I mean, it's a good day. It's a good day. This channel is giving me ADHD. Welcome to the club. I mean, if it is what it is. It is what it is. ADHD just runs in this family. Okay. Doge, Opus approves. Yeah, Tyler, you hate Doge, but I had to do it. But Yashu, those are both Elon. If anyone super chats or subscribes on Patreon, they'll get Elon. I'm not sure if maybe that was a joke and I missed it. Wee says, "What's up? Hit that bit, fam. I'm a little late to the party, but I made it. Welcome." If you knew, Jason says, a fundamentally sound leap was going to get a lot of volume at a specific strike over the next few days because of large community buys, would you front run that? Good question. Now, a perfect market theory person would tell you it doesn't matter if one specific option is getting inflated. If at the end of the day, the options are getting inflated, they should even out. But perhaps, I mean, I'm not sure what intel you have or what market cap or how low the interest or open interest is on that position right now. But I've seen it firsthand where, we all follow these stock gurus that put out to their community of people, I'm buying this, everyone go and buy this right now. And I've seen it firsthand when buy orders come in, people start outbidding themselves to get into those specific strikes. So yes, you can definitely front run that. Absolutely. Oh, you like the Doge. Got it. Okay. So we're sitting at 621.53 on Tesla. In terms of flows, we just got a new put sweep coming for Tesla. I think I already talked about this one. 187,000 put sweep for 620 at the money puts. Alrighty. Good day on Tesla. Let's see here. We are, it seems like the Wall Street folks are back from their Subway lunches, and they're eating their oranges now. Raptor says, are the lines on Webull predictive to the right of the current time? It looks like future lines. Yeah, these are the Ichimoku Clouds. You can Google it if you want more information about it, but it's the Ichimoku Clouds. It pretty much signals how strong is rising support or falling support on a particular name. So with this big green bubble here, it shows that momentum is rising, right? And vice versa. But check it out. I'm sure people will talk about it better than I will. Jason says, do you think quadruple witching is important for buying leaps? I think quadruple witching is important, period. Is important for buying leaps, not really, because remember, the important part of buying leaps is that you're buying time on your side. When you're buying leaps, that's the beauty of it, is you can be bag holding for a while. For example, past history doesn't indicate future results, but we talk about bag holding leaps. This period right here, from when I had bought more leaps, mind you, I've been trading for a while, but I bought more leaps in Tesla end of August. Tesla split, Tesla dumped. I bought a little more on the dump, but I was bag holding from when? September 4th all the way to middle of November, and then we all get that amazing alert saying S&P inclusion is happening, and then all the leaps turn green and then some, massively past that, as we know, until January. So that's the beauty of leaps, though, is that you don't have to sweat moment by moment price ticker action. It's as close to being a long-term share investor in the options market as you can potentially get. And that's why holding March 2023 positions, I feel like I don't even need to check the portfolio. Whereas in the past, when I'm trading, or if I'm trading, depending on the day, I'm gonna want to check stuff on a consistent basis. I might sell a call spread up here for a quick second, or sell a call. Hold on. 622.32. We've risen a good amount here, but we're probably gonna hit some resistance before we hit 623. Let me just see if I can find something to sell. Let's see here. And I'm talking for a hot second. Let's see here. Not betting against it, but I'm just trying to collect some premium. Let's see here. $1.64 in the 640s. Okay, interesting. Munzina says, since you've converted some of your portfolio into cash, what's your target to buy more Tesla? I've been buying Tesla the whole dip, right? And buying more shares, buying leaps, rolling my leaps down, selling my leaps, buying further out. So I've been doing that for a while. The reason why I'm sitting on a little bit more cash, Thanks for subscribing, Zoltan. Is I'm waiting to see whether or not it makes sense to buy a different growth stock, whether it's something like SoFi, whether it's something like Square, which I've been holding for a while but I sold out, whether it's, you know, if Zoom hits S&P inclusion and Black Swan happens there, something around there. So it's just, I'm undecided at the moment where I'm going to deploy some of that cash. Mind you, I do have, you know, it's not like for me, I'm forward thinking enough, but I'm also a momentum person. So I'm going to see where momentum lies. I think it's safe to say right now, there is no general directional momentum into the stock. I'm gonna have to change this this sound. Hold on one second. Do I buy Tesla with leverage? Only with options. I don't use margin. I do not use margin. So yeah, I don't use margin. Which actually, I'm gonna have to check my TD if I'm sitting on some shares on margin or not. But no, I don't consciously ever use margin. It's just never been my thing. Yeah, I just don't like it. Okay, so let's see here. What's a good sound here? Let's see. Discord sound. MP3. So yeah, let's see here. 622.50 on Tesla stock. Pretty good. Let's see here. That is Discord. So, you know, I think you guys know that sound. Okay. I'm gonna change that back to what I had it for before. Let's see here. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you are buying and selling Tesla today, that, you know, potentially for Power Hour, we might run again. But give it a hot second. I think if we talk about levels for just a second before I sign off here, if we talk about levels, obviously Hive Day is one level right here. But, you know, 623, if we can pass through 623 with some strength here, watch out. We could potentially run to Hive Day, end of day. But again, you know, if you ask what I'm comfortable with closing on the day, I'm comfortable with closing it here. Not because I think, you know, we should close here or that we will, but I just think that here is a pretty good setup day. If we look at the daily, it's a good setup day for hopefully what is going to be a continual bull run up and past 630, 635. If we can pass 630, 635, and it does look like there's a little bit of a gap, but they got filled here. You know, someone on the chat said 700 end of the week. With Tesla, never say never. Definitely possible. Doug says, if you're only holding for a second, why not just buy a put instead of selling a call spread? Doug, good question. If you know about buying and selling options, you'll know selling a call is not the same thing as buying a put. When you're buying a put, you're going long premium. Yes, directionally, maybe you're betting for the same thing in the long run. But often when you know, on a rise like this, for example, right from here all the way up here, when the stock goes from 618 to 622 in a matter of 10 minutes, options call prices get inflated disproportionately. And this little consolidation, a put might not move, right, in terms of price, but a call can get deflated massively. And we all know this. In fact, it happened to me today, right now. On the run up, if you buy a call, it continues to consolidate right after you bought for a hot second after it's been running, it's going to deflate in your hand. So that's the difference between selling calls or buying puts, right? Can Square get S&P inclusion? I don't think it's hit profitability 4 quarters in a row yet. Further, I think it has the problem of dual class, multi-class shares, which if they make an exception to, that's why I said Black Swan event. So Alex says, what about exercising deep in the money calls? What about it? Yeah, you can always do that. My calls are not in the money. My 2023. The best sound is no sound. Shout out Marco. You could buy Palantir as a long-term growth option. I do have Palantir shares. I do. Backo says, thank you. I should keep it going daily. 100K subs is a target. My target is above my fat head here. We are currently sitting at, let me just pull up, if I can, just an updated subscription number. We're sitting at 8,522 of you awesome folks listening, tuning, and subscribing to this channel, which is awesome. We have a 10K goal end of June. I hope we can get to it. If we can smash the like button like Alex says, I appreciate that. Thank you, Alex, for the kind words. Again, goal is to grow the channel, grow the community. Having a great time doing it, quite literally. It's not like I'm doing it for any ulterior motive. It's just because we love talking Tesla, we love talking stocks, we love talking options, even when we can't talk. And yeah, it's a labor of love. It's quite honestly a labor of love. It's something I look forward to every day, to come on, share the screen, go live, shoot the shit with everyone here, bring the good juju, good vibes only, and have a good time. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like investing in, if you're investing in something that you have no passion in, if you're investing in something and you're by yourself, it's a different beast altogether. I've talked about this before. I used to options trade, in the summer months between school sessions often, actually for entire summers at times. And being by yourself is totally different. But being a part of a community like we've built here because of you awesome folks is totally different. Buying margin on exercising, I think you can, but I can't tell you out of experience that I have any experience doing it. Looks like we're continuing to rise here, folks. So looks like we're leaving on some good juju times here. Join us on Patreon. I'll have to check on how many. The queues are sitting at 34 basis points up. We have, let's see here. We have, let's see here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. 622.43. It's just flirting with us. So be careful going long here. Go long. I think, not investment advice, but if I'm going to go long, probably past the break of 623 and hold. You can exercise on margins. There we go. Thanks for the answer. But give it a second. Alex says that he's exercised on margin. He's done it. So there we go. Awesome. Can't wait. Yeah, good. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay. There are a couple more spots left on our Hit That Bid Nation member on Limited. Again, this gets you Discord access and all that sort of good stuff with the live chat. The investor level is $15. The whale is $50. I do have a one-on-one membership now, which is private access. If you want to go on Zoom once per month for an hour, we can. That's able here. I've had a lot of people hitting me up on one-on-one chat, so I'm happy to do that. I've just kind of streamlined it so I don't have to take payments on PayPal and stuff like that. Instead, it's just kind of through Patreon, which I think is kind of just easier for everyone. So check out patreon.com/hitthatbid. Get your Webull stocks if you don't have it already. 623. Oh yeah, we hit it for a hot second here, and then we tailed back down. So 623. Watch that number. Watch that number. A break and hold past of it. Let's see if why can't we go past all-time highs? Or not all? Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Highs for the day, which is 624.63. But it does look like it's just a matter of time on when this is going to happen. There are some sellers sitting here, but it's not going to be. With volume today being, 20 million already. Pretty good volume day to have a green day, I say. Jason, you mentioned Taste Trade's guidance on Delta's profitability. Looked it up, and that's from 2017. The market is more volatile now. How does that change things? Yes, it is from a while back. I'm not sure how much it's changed. One segment I recommend you check out from them that I'm sure they still do, is called Market Measures. Market Measures. They might have a playlist on their YouTube. If they don't, on their site, they definitely do. Check out to see if they're updated strategy, because they've back tested those strategies a post tech crash 2001. So a lot of this stuff has a lot of data, and whether we think the market's changed or not, you could argue right now volatility is really low, right? VIX is sitting at $18 at the moment, actually below $18. It's $17.97. You can see it right there. So I would argue, and again, remember that's for ETFs, right? That's not for Tesla. That's not for X stock. They don't actually even try to say that you should do that, but check them out. Again, I don't do covered calls really. I probably should more often. I do call spreads. I trade them more intermittently, more of a day trade type of style. And usually when I do and I have higher conviction on a play, I usually post it in the Discord as I do it. But here and there, selling call spreads has proven well on the last, 2 or 3 months on Tesla. Awesome. You got it, Jason. Pania, I got burned pretty good this week selling calls. Decided to close my position at a loss. I can sit back and enjoy Tesla's run up. Yeah, you can always roll, right? You don't have to just sell or buy back your position and just sit there. You can roll to the 650s, to the 660s, 670s. Continue to roll to make it a winning trade. So yeah, and maybe I'll make another video on rolling options until you can make it a winning trade. So it looks like, again, 623, folks, 623. If we can break 623 here with power and stay above, not just like a intermittent break, but a 623 break and hold, that should bode well. All right, guys, much love. I stayed on here for a little bit longer than I thought I would because I'm having a great time. How do you roll, says Newbie. Check out my video. Go to my channel, hit videos, go 4 or 5 videos back. There's a video that says how to roll your options, quite literally made for you. I do a whiteboard session on it. Check it out. Or join our Discord, our Patreon membership, and ask questions in there. Happy to help. And we have a great community of people that can help, much smarter than I am. I'm just an idiot monkey. So, all right, guys, much love to everyone tuning in. It's 10:39. Let's hope for a grand slam finish to the day. Feeling the good juju. The good juju vibes are coming. Watch crypto on the downside. Be careful. Unless it breaks past up and past 40,000 here soon, might retest the low 30s on Bitcoin. Happy to be wrong on that. It's just price action is not looking that awesome. Thanks, Marco. Appreciate that. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna sign out now. Check out your free Webull stocks and free BlockFi Bitcoin in the description. I'll toss that link. Thanks for the super chat again. Much love to you, Jason. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the help. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you. Join our Discord. A lot more conversations can be had on there than potentially anywhere else. Again, a couple of spots left on Patreon. So I'm going to throw the chat. I'm going to throw the links in the chat. Check those out. At the very least, click on them and see if they work, because I've been told I'm the worst at actually copying and pasting links in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace. Take care. See you, Sanju. Take care. Bye.